Hello. Okay, I have just made a few marks here with a pen. I'm going to make this dark, so I don't need to use this rubber. If I was going to make a light painting, I would have needed to do like this, so that the pen marks wouldn't be shown. But now it's okay. Okay, first of all, I wash a surface with just water. This is going to be the water area. So over here it's land, and over here it's also land. And here is water surface. Put on some pure water here. Then I'm going to use some old pigments, very light. It is a grayish color. I can show it here. It's just to take away the pure whites from the water surface. Let's see here. It also mixes with the water on the paper, so it's going to be very light. Okay. Now I take some gold pigment. I will write down all the pigments so you can read it on the video. Okay. Over here on the sky, there will be a sunset, a little bit of warm colors. So I take this warm color down here too as well, just to warm up the surface. That is some reflection from the sky later on. Okay. We'll put some darker blue here. Just soft. This is on the darker side of the water. A little bit more of the gold. Just a few strikes. Okay. I will dry this. Okay, now I will mix some cobalt blue. And milk the brush so I can get the excess pigment out. Now take some burnt sienna. I want a yellowish blue color. Okay, I think that is okay. Maybe a little bit more still. Because I'm going to wet the sky area, so that will dilute the pigment. So I have to make it darker, even darker than I want it when it's dry. Okay, melt the brush. Okay, I take some clean water. Some cat hair. show afterwards. Okay, put some clean water on the sky. I bring the water down on top of the pencil line. I want the edges to be soft. It's at night time, late in the evening time, where there is not much of light, so I don't want any sharp edges. Okay, look at it from the side. You see the glow from the paper. Yeah, missed out there. Look again. One more. If you still have some paper that is dry, it's going to turn out with sharp edges. I don't want that. Okay. Yes. Okay, we start with this cobalt blue and burnt sienna. This is quite light. I think I need to mix some more. Let's start with this. Okay, I mix some more. Remember to take the excess water out from the brush, because otherwise the paint will get thinner. I had far too much burnt umber there. Need some more cobalt blue. Still somewhere. This time the paint is thicker, mixed thicker. As long as the paper is wet, the pigments will flow together, so there won't be any lines. If you see hard lines appear, just take it away. Okay? Okay. wash the brush and blot it so that I don't get the blooms. Okay, it's still moist. Do like that, and put some little water on top, just a little, so I blotted the brush so that I don't want any blooms. Okay. I'm going to mix some warm color for the sky. Take away all the cool colors. Okay. Now take some permanent rose. I'm going to explain why. Take that the closest to the where the blue is. Oops. And then I take the gold color. If I had painted the gold color up here where I have permanent rose, the sky would have turned green, and I don't want that. New paper. If you see any greens appear, you can just put on some permanent rose and soften the colors so that it won't look green. Okay, I think I will dry that. will put some Paynes gray in the sky to darken it more. Okay. Want a bigger brush. No. Need to wet it first. It's okay to take paint in steps and wet the paper again after you have dried it completely. That way the pigments is stuck on the paper, but you can't rub it too much because then the color loosen up again. So let it sit a while. I think I will wet this area too while I'm waiting. Water is a little blue now, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to paint darker colors here. Okay. While I'm putting the water here, it's going to dry up a little bit up there. I don't have to just sit and wait. Remember to check from the side if the paper is wet everywhere. I can wet here too, because I'm not going to take the Paynes gray down on the yellow. So it's okay to wet there. Okay, wet everywhere. And I'm going to take the Paynes gray. you can tilt your paper. Soften. I don't want any hard edges. Blot your brush. If you see any green there, put in some more blue. Okay, I dry that too. That's enough. It's just so that the pigments wouldn't continue wandering into the yellow. Okay, if you want, you can just take a brush. Synthetic is good. Wash it, blot it. If you get any lines that you don't like, you can just softly pull it over and softens the edges that you don't want. Okay, but it doesn't matter if you get a little edges. It won't be seen later on. Not in this painting. Okay. In this blue here, I will put some. Okay, I will take some of this Paynes gray. I have to fill up my palette soon. It doesn't fit so much of pigment because that is a treble palette. And I'll take some Perylene green. I think I can take all this pigment, all the blue. Okay. Perylene green is a bluish color that I often use for trees far behind, far away. Take some burnt sienna so that it will get more soft. I think that is it's still too light, but I'm on the right track here. Okay, more Paynes gray. And more Perylene green. Let's see. A little bit more burnt umber. I don't want it too green now because it's nighttime. But this isn't the darkest tone that I will make. Let's see in the white. Okay. Some more water. It's quite good to mix the pigments before you wet the paper, then you have more time. Otherwise the paper will dry out while you're mixing the paint. I didn't put on enough, so it is going to dry. Okay. If you have hair on your painting, don't try to lift it while the paper is wet, the pigments are wet, because you get marks on the paper. Just wait till it's properly dried and then it goes off. Okay, I will take this dark green, just put it on. If this is going to get too light or too bright, you can just put some darker, more diluted, more soft color on top. Take care of this at once. Okay. I paint with on a flat surface now, right on the table. But if you want an even surface with pigment, you have to tilt the paper a bit. So you can use a wooden board or something, plastic or thicker paper underneath. You see, now you don't have to try to make it even. This is just the background. Don't save any whites as it is in the evening. Paper's dry there. Painting watercolor is all about layering the colors. You start with the lightest light, then you go over to darker and darker and darker, one layer at a time. And just use a brush that is just moist. To soften the edges. If you like. This paper that I am using now is Sander Waterford, 300 grams, rough. Sander Waterford is much softer paper than Arch. Arch is a harder paper that has glue both on the surface and inside, so that paper is staying wet for much longer. This dries up much faster as it is softer. Okay, I mix some more. Still some Paynes grey left. Burnt sienna. Some green. It's very good to try out the colors on a small piece of paper before you put it on, so you don't spoil your paper, your painting. The paper is still wet, at least in the middle. If you saw me painting the last painting, you know that the paper dries much faster in the corners and on the edges. Here you see you got a lift. This is only happening because the paper is still a bit wet on the water area. Clean piece of paper you can use. Okay. We go on. If I see that continuing floating inside the water area, I can take the hairdryer again and just dry it and then start over again. Pure Paynes gray. Not very wet color now, as the paper is wet already, and I don't want this to just move. I will make some marks that leads the viewer's eye into the painting with these diagonal areas. More color. Remember that if I wet this area, when this area is still wet, the pigments will go inside this wet area. So just be careful that you don't go too close to the green area when you lift the pigments. And you can dry it. So I will try it again. We are working stages. Sometimes you gotta walk away a bit and see it from a little more distance. Okay. I think I will do this. I don't know if it's, yes. Just plain water. Just plain water here. To the edges. Okay. I'll take some more permanent rose. Just a little there too. I want a little bit more red. Okay, I will dry that.